So this is the front of the Micro 2000, and we're going to orient ourselves today with the different components inside, which will be used for doing maintenance and calibration. It consists of the analyzer housing itself, and below it is the reagent cabinet, which houses both the pH buffer 4 solution and the potassium iodide mix solution. We have a display screen with the different function buttons on it. If we were to open it, we'll look at the inside. The probe consists of 2 titanium electrodes here and 1 white porous element. This porous element provides a flow path with electrolyte stored on top to flow into the sample chamber while the unit is running and analyzing the chlorine. In the top right corner of the box, you have 3 connectors, one for the pump, one for the probe, and one for the cell. They're all basically power and electronic connections for the devices and connect it to the electronic panel, which is located behind the keypad section. Now we'll look inside the panel behind the keypad to see a few key features. The first thing that is an important feature to look at is to ensure that the dip switch positions are in the appropriate range for the instrument. On the inside of the panel, there's a sticker, and in the owner's manual that tells you what positions the switches need to be in for which range. Once you've replaced all the tubing inside the instrument, you can next perform a service on the probe. The probe can be removed simply by pulling it straight out. The first step is to wipe clean the analyzer tip to make sure that all the debris is removed. Using the blue cloth that comes with the instrument and is in the maintenance kit, simply wipe the titanium tips twice, very cautiously, to wipe any buildup that may be on them. The next step is to replace the white porous tip in the end. Using a simple screw, screw it into the white element, grab the screw and wiggle the porous element out. Grab the replacement elements from the maintenance kit, remove it from the tube. Place the element inside the probe until it bottoms itself out. Then using a sharp knife or razor blade, you can trim the element flush with the end of the probe, being very careful not to damage the titanium tips. So at this point, the sample's been sitting here for 15 minutes, and we should be reading 0.070 ppm, and we are maxed out at 0.047 ppm. So at this point, we will repeat the test to verify accuracy of the sample. So we've made a second solution to verify the original solution, which didn't quite match what the readout was. So we've put the calibration tube inside the flask and now pulling a suction off of the flask. We will now wait 10 to 15 minutes for the reading on the display to stabilize, and we'll match that reading with the known reading of the flask and adjust the calibration as necessary. So we've waited 15 minutes for the reading to stabilize on the Micro 2000. The display is showing 0.066 ppm. We calculated the solution should be 0.070 ppm. So we require a tolerance of 0.004 ppm, and we are within that. So the instrument at this time does not need any adjustment to its calibration.